Good Allah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's about 7:30 right now, which means it's time for game number 6, our final game in pool play for the North American and Caribbean Handball Confederation Club Championship and qualifier to the International Handball Federation Club World Cup. All that big mess of words I just said just means 21 tickets to Cairo are on the line. My name is Brian Kozum. I'm here with Chris Braze. Chris, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling very anxious, I think, for this one, Brian.
All right. Very nervous game here. We're going to stay impartial as we possibly can be, but New York City is Chris Braze's current club, and New York City was almost my home club, but that's a different story that we don't need to get into here. What matters here...
That sounds like another one we got to talk about
win
off air.
Yeah. Win and you're in. Yeah, we're good. Win and you're in. Draw. I believe New York City advances to the final tomorrow, 1 p.m. here versus California Eagles. Take it, Chris.
You don't put that to chance, however. You don't want to put it on a draw. You want to go out here. And I talked about it in the first game. I want to talk about it again here.
Yeah.
Throughout this tournament, the team that has started off the best and the strongest in the first 5 to 10 minutes, that has been the team that has won the game.
Yeah.
So the start for both of these teams is going to be crucial. New York City really, I think, needs to set the tone early in defense here in this first attack from Los Angeles. And I think it's going to be a big test for New York City. I'm going to be honest. They are the younger team here.
Yes.
They are the more inexperienced team. And now we have 60 minutes to find out if we'll have the Battle of Los Angeles for a final here or a repeat of the final from Spokane and the U.S. National Championships.
Yes, LA starting with the ball here. LA in blue moving right to left here. New York City in white. We've got Ephraim Jerry at left back. Kenny Boyson at the center. They're going empty cross here. Leo Papel's on the right. The Volendam connection in the back. A collection of players recently released from their contracts from HD class Volendam. More. Passive play is up here. Ephraim Jerry from 10. Save. Jackson Justamiano. And New York City's moving, and they're grooving. They're moving fast. Drambe met Chitogba, Kapuka to the wing. Erwin Malky makes it 1-0. New York City.
And we have a first emergence of a horn in the crowd here.
Yeah, we might hear that horn a lot today. This New York City team wants to run, and this LA team wants to keep the momentum they had from yesterday, where they took it to their opponents.
Well, both
Cal
of these
Eagles.
teams did, really.
Yeah.
New York showed up real big, had a huge win against Kraken, and before that it was LA who I think shocked the whole tournament by taking down the Cal Eagles.
23-15 was that final score. You never see Cal Eagles score that few goals as Rasmus Bachmann finds the post on his little wrister from the wing. Unlucky there. Bambo Drambe tries to force his way through. Michael Thomas King on the stop, and that's going to be a reset here. Vonderfalk, John Vonderfalk in at pivot for New York City. We've seen a lot of Simon Ebers in there at pivot, but Vonderfalk gets the start here.
He's had limited action so far in the first two games, but you can see a big body matches up with the big guys in the center for LA.
A big body that moves well. He had some issues with his hands earlier. Not this time! Dos a zero. Duna. New York City, and barging is the call on illegal Papels. And Jackson's telling his team to move. Puka goes in for himself. Mets. Very well done by Diego Jacobs.
And you can see Jackson Justamiano almost a half-court line urging his team on offensively.
I think he wants this a lot. I think everyone wants this a lot.
I was talking to you pregame. You could feel a palpable anticipation for this one that I don't think we got in the first game.
Yeah. Togba from 9. Togba Abubakar from 9 meters. Makes it 3-0 New York City early on. Mark Ortega's team's a little shell shot. Kenny Boyson, not so much. Quick side throw finds the back of the net. And Bombo Drame coming back the other way. Save made Sigvald Val, who had a absolutely cracking game.
I haven't seen too many goalkeepers have a better game than he had last night.
Ephraim Jerry shot saved by Jackson Jusamiana out for the side. It's going to stay with LA, and they're going to get a chance to set this up.
And Ephraim Jerry, he actually won the MVP, which I think you and me really thought Kval was going to pull away with that, but Jerry got it, and both guys are going to have to be big for.
Yeah, Ephraim Jerry leads this offense currently at left back, number 10 on your screen. He's the guy that calls the plays. He's the guy that makes the movements. Referees do not like what they're seeing at the pivot. They're saying, clean this up, lads, or we will clean it up for you. Just like my grandma used to. Wash my mouth out with soap. Oh, the pass from Boyson is a loss, and New York City's trying to run Poochert. Get a chance to go up for that one. That was kind of a hospital ball there. Rasmus Buckman takes advantage. 3-2. And no time to delay here. Glenn Vondervalk gets us restarted. New York City not pushing this here. Trying to bring a little order to the chaos.
They got a little out of sorts there. Looked like they might have rushed it a little bit on that one, and they got hit on the break coming back as a result.
Couple crosses here. We got pivot up to Vondervalk. Pooch at the left. Togba with movement in the middle. Gets past Ephraim Jerry. Makes it look simple and clean like an Utada Hikaru song. 4-2. Pepel's quickly inside, taken away from Vondervalk by Vondervalk. Pukard, he's got numbers. He's going to take it himself. And he's going to score it himself. Mats Pukard. Sigvald Val had a toe on it, but not enough of a toe on it.
And Mats Pukard, of course, won the MVP of the game last night, so he's also going to have to be big in the same way that Jerry is going to have to be big.
They're going to have to be great, Chris. I agree.
In big games, big players got to show up.
Yeah, as my elementary school basketball coach used to say, go hard or go home.
Yeah, and this is a go hard or go home situation, quite literally.
Ephraim Jerry's shot from 9, save Jackson Justamiano.
And we've seen him as well as Paul have great games, and if he gets on a roll.
I think Mark Ortega might want to take a timeout here. John Vondervalk picks up that ball. His hands look solid today. That's his second and 2 attempts. Pass from Togba found its mark.
Yeah,
6-2.
Two from him and 2 from Togba, and an early goal from Erwan Malki as well. All guys who really didn't contribute too much. Togba had, I say, an average game in the previous one.
Kenny Boyson shot blocked, taken in by Matty Kumbasa. New York City taking their time, but they are going to move with pace. Drame down the middle to Togba. Drame took out Kenny Boyson in the middle, and the refs are saying, do not do that. Do not dive. I do not believe he barged you. I do not believe that was an offensive foul.
Yeah,
but
just looked like some handball.
Yeah. And New York City will slow down and try it again. Kumbasa the Puka to Drame in the left. Erwin Malki gets a touch. And now here comes the movement. Mats Puka barreling in to the LA defense. And that time the refs say that was barging.
And that was a clear barge.
Yeah, he tried to catch them sleeping. And I think LA's wide awake.
Yeah, and they're going to need to stem the tide here. New York coming out to a flying start. Got to get a good shot here from LA.
Checking in the game right now is number 15, one of our favorite names of the tournament, Rasmus and Diego Jacobs with the ball. Kenny Boyson on the left to Ephraim Jerry in the middle. He's going to try and go for himself on the left side, and he puts it in. Ephraim Jerry gets his first goal on this one.
Pace slowing down a little bit for New York City.
Yeah, they want to be a little. They've got an early lead and they want to be deliberate. It's not that big of a lead that you can just go full slow.
Also a little bit early to start just sitting on the ball, right?
Yeah, way too early. They just want the quality shots right now. Nothing happens. There are no calls to the referees. Oh, wow. Rasmus Bachman is found, but he finds the post. Unlucky. And Jacqueline Tentori King couldn't find it. I thought Taba had somebody on the right there. He's going to go in for himself. Gives it to the right to Kambasa, and nothing is happening. Nothing is done. Nothing is lost. Nothing is won. We're going to reset and try again. And Benny is going to call a timeout. Within 8:22 elapsed so far. I know the clock is partially missing, and I apologize for that. I tell you what I don't apologize for, Chris. Some good food.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to thank one of our other partners in this tournament, and that's Kafana, one of our New York City team handball club's favorite places to get food and drink.
What do they serve?
Serbian restaurant in Alphabet City in Manhattan. Big fan of Shavabi. Had pretty much everything on the menu. Can't go wrong with anything that I've ever had there. Good food, good drink, great atmosphere. One of our favorite places. You often will find a New York City team handball player in this establishment if you go there for dinner.
Kafana,
one of our favorite places.
In East Manhattan.
It's in Lower East or Alphabet City, basically.
All right, Alphabet City. All right, Kafana in Alphabet City, New York. I gotta go try that place.
Yeah, we'll get some of that later for you after this tournament, I think.
Yeah. .8:22 elapsed, and we are back to live action. Quick touches to the wings here. Erwin Malky back to Pukert in the middle. Tub on the right. Ephraim Jerry extending his defense on him because you gotta. Bambo Drummond gets the dribble, finds the post, but it's going to be a 7 meter and 2 minutes. Kenny Boyson thinks there was traveling, and he's saying, do not make those gestures at me. He dribbled. You know what the game is. Diego Jacobs is going to have to sit down for a couple minutes, and Togba's taking a 7 against.
And Togba was very good from the 7 meter line yesterday, but also Kvalk, I think, had 2 or 3 7-meter saves in his game.
I was going to say, Kval's been maybe the best goalkeeper from 7 this tournament. And this time it's Togba.
Love those little mano-a-mano matchups in the games, right?
Yeah. It's going to be a showdown that's 7-3. New York City.
UCLA getting a good possession here, getting some good movement to start off. Let's see if they can get a shot.
Rasmussen there, met by Van der Valk and Togba. Quick restart here from Aaron Johnson. We've got Rasmussen in the middle. On Togba, set shot, bang! Rasmus Massensen gets on the board here for LA. Hukert trying to bring it back to Togba. Togba will slow this down. New York City will run their long offense. Mike King being very aggressive right now on the wing, trying to dictate the left side of that defense here. Down a man, you have to use your feet. You have to use your feet regardless. And
especially in this situation.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. Kambasa on the wing, and Madi Kambasa opens his account.
And he doesn't need much of an angle to get a good shot off because the way that he is able to leap.
Business checking, no minimum balance. Madi Kambasa gets his first goal of the game.
And LA with no goalkeeper here, down a man.
Oh, yes. They're going to play 6v6 here. Have to take care of the ball in the situation. Have to run some time. Still want to run some time off the clock, but you want to get a good shot. And you want to do it from the left side so your right side player can.
And should mention as well that with the empty goal, Jackson Justiniano has been working on his throwing and actually won a game once for New York City in the Northeast Team Handball League with a length of the court goal in a similar situation.
Rasmussen from a little closer gets one in for LA, and I remember that because Craig Champlin from the former captain of the United States Army Shot here by Bambo Drabe, saved by Sigvat Val. Craig Chaplin texted me after and said how much he hated the referees. Sorry, Craig. Had to do it to you. Hope you're enjoying your retirement from the armed services and that you and your family are well. Rasmus Rasmussen goes in there on the attack that time. Simple common foul, and they'll start it over again. Boyson on the right. We're going to have pivot out. Aaron Johnson over back to Boyson. Ephraim Jerry in the middle looking to move. It's going to be Rasmussen. Set shot again. Save. Jackson Justamiano. And Tauba's going to move on Jerry. Pukert, he's got Bambo drumming left, but he's a little behind. That's going to slow up the play. New York City is going to try and keep the pressure on. But that pass from Tauba goes right to Rasmus Bachmann.
That's a couple times now. Tugba's had a difficult time getting the ball to Kambasa on the wing.
Kenny Boyson from 10. In the air with some power and grace. Buries it. And LA seems to have found their composure again. This is only a 2-goal game. It's a game of runs, and LA is kind of making a run right now. Yeah, or at least they're on the verge of one.
Yeah, it was up to 4, now we're back down to 2. And a couple of tough possessions for New York in the last couple minutes.
Togba met heavily there. Kenny Boyson leading the defense there on that stop.
I'd like to see him maybe release the ball a little bit sooner there, Togba.
That's something Benny's been working on with him, hasn't he?
That's something that we all work on with him on the coaching staff.
That's Pukert receiving the ball just when he needs to, and that's going to be a response from New York City. Jacqueline Tintori King will get it. Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Jacqueline Tintori King will get it around. The Boyson and Rasmussen in the middle will set this up. Ephraim Jerry will take the middle spot now. Kenny Boyson on the right. We got an empty cross here to Rasmussen. I think the move is going to start from here. There's going to be a yellow card. Haven't seen too many of those this tournament.
No, we've been going straight to the 2 minutes a lot.
Yeah, just setting the line. Here are the referees. Tauba gets a yellow card for Tauba gets a yellow card here. Ephraim Jerry over the Boyson, over to the wing to King. Jacqueline King saves Jackson Justamiano. And he's got to be big for this New York City team. Coming the other way here, New York. Pukert in the middle. Pukert dancing, finds Tauba. Tauba finds Kambasa. Kambasa does not take the shot. He did not have the space. I think that was a chance lost there. Perhaps, maybe, possibly 14 and a half minutes elapsed. I'll keep saying the time until we can get it back on your screen. Drame in the middle to Tauba. Across to Pukert. Back to Togba. Togba up from 9, left side. And 10-6 is our score. And we're about to get a timeout. Los Angeles Team Handball Club.
And while we have the break, we're going to thank our friends from who have supplied this wonderful court here at New Jersey Institute of Technology, and take a look back at the construction of it from Monday here in Newark, New Jersey.
These refs are not playing. They walked right into the New York City huddle and said, get off the court. We're starting play again. Timeout is over. And this court was brought to us by Sport Pros USA. For all your needs, Sport Pro USA is there. Thank you to them.
We work with several professional leagues, the Brooklyn Nets, as well, supplying courts for them. One of the top court manufacturers in the United States.
By the way, A.D. Briggs, if you're watching, hey, hope to see you at Flanders.
Me too.
AD is a former national team member, former Brooklyn Nets employee. Shot there by Ephraim Jerry, saved by Jackson Justamiano. That's his 6th save so far. Called by the Bambo. And Bambo Drame opens his account.
The absolute speed and quickness of those two guys is very tough to deal with if they get in full flight like that.
Oh, yeah. Rasmussen will slow this down, do a little basketball here, and we'll set it up.
We're discussing previous games, too. Bambo Drame and Togba Abubakar, two very, very good friends. And we're talking about the Guinean connection that New York City has.
Ephraim Jerry with the shot there. He had the spot, but he could not find it. Just a little bit to the outside. Togba quickly saves Sigvart Val.
Val matching Jackson Justamiano in a lot of ways so far.
We're going to have a 7 and a 2 here.
That's just an ill-advised play, coming back on the fast break, hitting the guy from behind. That's going to get called every time.
Yeah, Jacqueline Tintori King earning the 7-meter to be taken by number 14, Rasmus Bachmann. 16 minutes, 9 seconds have elapsed here.
So a little less than 14 minutes remaining.
Hey, you know some math, and I'll tell you who knows some math. Jackson Justamiano with that huge.
Make sure you get the name right when he makes a save like that. It is Stonewall Jackson Justamiano with a save on the 7-meter.
Sure, we'll go with it. It is his nickname.
Yeah, he has several. I can get back to him if I can get those in there at previous runs as well. Most of them given to him by me. But you're messing up my call. You know, my call is save name. Yeah. Well, I'm saying just get his full name in there.
Okay, fine. Florian Herf checking into the game, dribbles in. That was a little weird looking, but he gets the shot off and it's a save. Sigvart Val. Rasmus Bachmann on the break, and this time he'll find the net.
And Herf there looking very aggressive coming off the bench for Drame.
And 11-7 is our score. Malky now at back. Bambo doing a little bit of basketball, tries to find Malky. Malky wasn't ready for it. Was inside the 6 when it happened, and it's going to be LA's ball coming back the way. Bambo Drame with an individual play. Bodies on the ground. New York City's ball. Malky's trying to break the other way. He finds the ground. It's going to be a free throw for New York City there. Good, strong defense.
See who the defender was, but a great job getting back in front of Malky. I think he was a little bit surprised when he turned around and found a body in front of him.
I think it was Diego Jacobs there, who has been anchoring this defense from LA all tournament.
Yeah, you could see when Malky turned around, he was very surprised to see someone in front of him.
Pukert.
And a little high defense on the right back here early on in that possession. Looks like they dropped back a little bit since.
For Herf to Drame from 9, and that's clinical.
You got to get a hand on him once he gets to 9 meters.
I mean, the defender stepped up, but you didn't really, Bambo Drame, I should say, did not feel affected by the defense at all. Oh, pass to the pivot, stolen by Pukert. And New York City's trying to run. It's going to be Manny Kambasa. Oh, that's good defense, say the rest, and good defense, I say as well, by Rasmus Rasmussen.
To stay in front of Manny Kambasa when he is running down the court is an impressive feat, I got to say. He is one of the faster guys on this New York City team, and to stay in front of him on that fast break and just have a regular foul, I thought he was going to get a 7 out of that.
Herf, Drame in the middle. No look to Carnival. Puchard, quick pass to Kambasa. Back to Drame, met by Pepels. Skip pass to the wing to Malky. Nothing there. Hand coming up, maybe. Drame. Oh, never mind. And folks, if you're tuning in, we are crossing the 20-minute mark in this first half, and New York City's got a 6-goal lead.
And have led throughout. Started off with a 2-0 lead. Lead went as high as 4 early on. LA brought it back, and now New York on a run, as you said, a game of runs.
Kenny Boyson, oh, he fell hard, and he's holding his face. He is down right now, but Kenny Boyson got the goal. Jackson is asking the refs to stop. Great goal by Kenny Boyson. He's getting back on his feet and getting back on defense. He's tough. He's a handball player.
It is a contact sport. As a member of the New York City Handball Club used to say, if you don't want to get hit, play chess.
See, I tried that. And it turned out the chess club I joined was a chess boxing club. And, well, that's how I found I'm a better boxer than I thought I was.
And I know for a fact a good chess player.
Nah, I'm bad at chess. Checking in for the first time is Joachim Thiessen. Florian Herf on the right side. Saves Zigflot Lau. That's his 5th save of this contest so far. And Kenny Boyson does not wait for his team. He's going on his own, getting his 4th goal in 5 shots. He's been the catalyst so far today for LA.
And they're coming back again after the New York run. They got a quick 2 goals from LA.
Mark Ortega, the coach of LA, he's seen this before. He's seen it all before. Quite literally. He's not fazed by a single run. He adjusts and he makes adjustments on the adjustments and on the adjustments, on the adjustments, on the adjustments. Pukert adjusting. Bombo adjusting to the defense for Michael King. Mali Kambasa on the right. Skipping across the field to Drame. Ball is lost. Turnover, New York City. LA's moving. Michael King is hobbling to the sidelines, and LA is moving.
We saw King limping a little bit at the end of the last game yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's the same problem, but definitely moving a little bit slowly as he came up the court.
I think it may be. Well, you know what? We don't speculate. That's right.
I'm not here to speculate.
I remember my training.
You had training?
Like 2 decades ago. Skip pass there from LA goes out of play. Jackson. No. What? Okay, we've got a stoppage here from the technical delegate, and he's going to call something. It looks like it's maybe a legal substitution.
Very quiet suddenly in here.
It's a legal substitution on Ephraim Jerry. And that's going to be a 2-minute penalty for LA. Unforced errors.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
To take right there. Basic handball. You have the zone in which you are allowed to substitute. If you substitute outside of that zone, or the player enters the court before the exiting player exits, it's a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah. We are in Naimoli Family Tennis Center at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. This is a tennis court, and that is an unforced error on the level of Andy Roddick at the U.S. Open. Probably nobody gets that reference, but you know what? I'm sticking to it.
Hey, if we can get other references from other sports, we've got chess, we've got tennis. We're doing pretty good so far.
All right, I'll see if I can throw one in from CPAC Tack Roll.
Yeah, right now we're batting 1,000. Nailed it.
Anyway, Tugba on the right. He has a block. He finds the wing. Matty Kambasa save! Sigval.
Val made a couple of very good saves as well here. Picking up where he left off last night.
Yeah, he is a very impressive goalkeeper, I must admit.
We got 2 very impressive goalkeepers. Actually, a lot of impressive goalkeepers in this tournament, if we're honest.
Not to sound like John Ryan, but is he an American citizen? Can he play for our national team?
I'll check his papers later.
Let's not. Kenny Boyson's shot blocked. Glory to our Stotska. That's a reference absolutely nobody gets.
I don't even got that one.
Yeah. Papers, please. It's a video game. Kenny Boyson, however, second time of asking. says, call the game, please, guys. Look what I'm doing out here. He's got 5. He's got half of the output here from this LA team. And we can hear from the New York City bench, you got to play better defense. I'm sugarcoating it, but
yeah, we had to clean up the language a little bit, but
yep, that went in. Togba Abubakar with his 5th. The Sigvart Val had a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to stop the momentum.
Yeah, those are the ones that are really frustrating for a goalkeeper. When you get there, you get something on it, but you still can't keep it out of the net.
Kenny Boyson, shot was blocked, by the way, but it still finds the net regardless.
Those ones also rather frustrating for everyone.
Yeah, may have wrong-footed Jackson a little bit, but it had enough on it.
I mean, it's tough. The defense does its job, makes the block, and the goalie's in the right position, but when the block happens, everything falls apart.
Pukut, Togba.
Team's sort of trading blows in the last few minutes now here.
Yeah. Bambo Drame in the middle, looks for the pivot, can't find the pivot, finds Togba instead. New York City will try again. LA wants passive play. The refs letting it go. Bambo Drame under the hand of Luke Bolte. And in.
I don't know if I knew that Bombo had that one in his locker. The little sidewinder shot there.
I mean, I'm sure he's watching Michaela Hansen tape or two in his time. So, 25 minutes, 42 seconds elapsed here. We'll get that clock fixed for you at halftime. 15-11 is our score. Shot there, save. Jackson Justiniano. And New York City coming back the other way with pace. Togba does not wait, and Sigvart Val says maybe you should have.
Yeah, maybe a little bit quick there on the shot from Togba.
Boyson there, defended by Togba. It's going to be a free throw.
And that's what you like to see, though, from a young player. Misses the shot on one end, but comes back, doesn't let it phase his defense, and makes the stop on the other end. That's a great way to bounce back. Gotta have a short memory in this game.
Yeah. 2-minute penalty is up. I can tell that now because Ephraim Jerry is back in the game. And he's going right back to his position at left back. Papel's on the right. Tries to go in. Earns the 7. Referee is saying that number 34, Joachim Thiessen, was defending inside the 6. And we've got another one of those showdowns.
Yeah, and Jackson Justiniano won the last one for New York City with a big 7-meter save. And these are the ones that can affect momentum.
Rasmus Bachmann puts that one in. Thiessen, pivot out, Togba down the middle with pace, back to Pukert, over the wing to Erwin Malky, save! Sigvart Val, that's his 8th save by my count this half. Both these goalkeepers show it up and show it out. Kenny Boyson, no hesitation. 7 of the 13 goals this half have come from the hand of Kenny Boyson.
Yeah, gotta get some way to slow him down.
I don't see a way to slow him down. I think you just gotta not let him gain momentum to begin with.
Oh yeah, that's a
Togba finding his momentum, making the breakthrough, making it 16-13. And we got a yellow card here to Kenny Boyson for the maybe some extracurriculars after that goal.
Might have said something too.
And we've got right now New York City's made the adjustment. Ismail Conte has checked in for the first time for New York, and his role here is to man mark someone out of the game. Yesterday it was Benjamin Chaidez. Right now it's Kenny Boyson trying to make, oh my, that might come back for 2 minutes. No, it's not. They're just going to say that was incidental, and that's a turnover for LA.
And that's why Ishmael Conte is in this game. Is he's the man marker for this team.
Super athletic wing player is Conte.
And a very strong player, too. That's why you see him in the pivot as well.
Yeah. We are in the last minute of this first half. 29 minutes, 15 seconds passed. I will count down the time as we go, or at least try to. Kambasa on the right tries to shoot over Ephraim Jerry. That's seems unlikely, and it's not likely. And LA on the break, and it's going to be Diego Jacobs.
Great lead pass to get him open, too.
Yeah. 27 seconds left to go here in this half, and it's only a 2-goal game. LA staying in it, weathering the run, weathering the storms.
And I spoke to the leaping ability of Matty Kambasa on that last possession. You saw a little bit. Couldn't get the shot, though, over the much larger player.
All right, 10 seconds left to go. 8 seconds left to go here. Kambasa to Tarba. Tarba to Puka. Puka fakes, dribbles, goes, tries to throw it, gives it to Bachman. Instead, one last shot, and that's not going to make it in time. 16-14 is our half-time score right now. New York City in the lead. Tarba Abubakar with 6. Bumbo Drambe with 4. Jackson Justamano with 8 saves by my counts. For LA, Kenny Boyson with 7, Rasmus Bachman with 3, and Sigvart Kval with 9 saves to my count. Turnovers, even right now, 8-7. I think we're going to go to halftime, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah, we're going to go to halftime in a very competitive game. I mean, this one is going to go down to the wire, I think, unlike the previous game. Yeah. These two teams are going to be fighting for every bit in this second half.
All right, I'm going to go fix the score. I'm going to go fix the time, and we'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Oh, water. Nice.
They take care of us here.
Yeah. We get free food. I get all the brownies I can eat, and now I get free water. You know.
And that was actually also helped courtesy of one of our members of our New York City team handball club, who you can't really see it in the broadcast, but a good portion of the New York City team 2 is behind us milling around.
Yes.
And supporting the club here. Lots of New York City jerseys in the crowd. I think you heard you've been hearing the horn every time they score.
Yes.
And they're supporting the team, and right now a 2-goal lead as we go into the second half. And I don't know, as the impartial one here, because you know how I feel about it. What did you see? What are you expecting as we move into the second half here?
Right, New York City had the advantage throughout, but they need me at the desk. Hold on, I need me at the desk. You got to take us in there.
All right, we'll go for a little bit of a. He's good. He's good, folks.
They don't need me at the desk. They needed our timekeeper at the desk. He might be the one with the goal horn. Not anymore. He was playing with it at halftime, and I think I'm very
that's one of our younger players, Yusuf El Khoury from Egypt. You saw him running across the court there. 17-year-old, joined New York City Team Handball Club at the age of 15. And on the subject, I heard we also have our youngest New York City Team Handball member, 14-year-old boy Timo, watching over from Europe. I think he might be past his bedtime, though, so he might want to go.
Oh, maybe just a little bit. If you are tuning in from Europe right now, put in the chat where you're tuning in. Thank you. Arigato. Wait, that's not a European language.
Well, we do have a couple of New York City Team 2's guys from Japan standing behind us, so I'm sure that's why you got a little bit into that here.
Konbanwa, minasan. Welcome to the second half of action. Merci beaucoup. Danke schön for tuning in.
How many languages you can go with?
I can keep going.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Tack så mycket. Tack för det.
Oh, what was that one?
Icelandic. Going around the ring road here is New York City. Everyone's gotten at least 2 touches on the ball in the last 10 seconds. Shot there on the side shot there from Bambo Drame. Off the post and out. It's going to be LA side throw here.
Yeah, it didn't take a touch. So it'll be LA ball.
Yeah. We got Ephraim Jerry, number 10 in at center back, and Julio Pepelos, number 28 at right back. Kenny Boyson, the man of the hour, the man with the power for LA at left back right now.
Yeah, he was a problem in the first half for New York City.
Yes,
they were man-marking a little bit. Doesn't seem to be doing that yet.
No, they've got second pivot in. It's Rasmus Bachman. Right now, pass to the pivot is cut out, and that's going to be New York's ball. New York is pushing it. Bambo Drame coming left to right. Tubba coming right to left. Puka can't find the spot, but Vanavok is there doing a good pivot thing.
And we mentioned he has had limited minutes throughout this tournament, but getting a lot here.
Yeah, we have not seen Simon Ebers at all tonight, and Janavok's taking a lot of that time. Live action here. We got a goal, the first goal of the game here from somebody I know moderately well, Zachary Greenstein. Zachary Greenstein, I think the youngest player on this LA team, 20 years old, I believe, is one of the players in the Handball program that is run by Mark Ortega in the Columbus area.
Yeah, based out of Ohio.
Yeah.
We saw those guys in West Point earlier in the year.
How'd that go? You know what? Let's not get into it. 7-meter throw coming up here.
Why you gotta do that to me, man?
Like I said, if I can't have inside jokes, what's the point? Togba finds the upper right corner there. That's going to be his 7th of the game, and New York City extending their lead to 3.
And I said early on that he's the one who's going to have to be big for New York. Has kind of had, I'd say for him, average games so far in this tournament. 7 goals, big for him, and doing well from the 7-meter stripe. He's been doing that all tournament.
Second pivot in from the wing. That's Rasmus Bachman. Propels. Oh, that was a little high maybe in the neck. Refs say no. Refs say get up. Refs say keep playing. Erwin Malky is playing, and he gets it past Sigvart Val. Erwin Malky with his second goal in 3 tries. He's happy about that one.
Yeah, he's been a little bit frustrated this tournament. I feel hasn't gotten as many opportunities to get shots off, but got out in the break there.
Propels held up there by Malky, and LA will have to try this one over again. Diego Jacobs will restart the ball from Jerry there, number 10 at center back.
It's amazing what it can do. You get a nice goal on a fast break, and it gets you to play a good defensive possession then.
Propels had some space, a little awkward, but he does get it in. Eligio Propels starts the engines on his offensive machine. Speaking of offensive machines, that was Pogba. Coming back the other way. Oh, we got some handbags there. That was a little violent there between Kenny Boyson and Bambo Drame, and the refs are saying that was just fair, good, quality, physical handball here. Get on with it.
And the physicality for New York definitely showing a few times now in a row here. LA has thought maybe 2 minutes, and it's been just called a regular foul.
Boyson on his own, 1v1, does the job, gets it in. That's his 8th.
Continuing to be a problem.
Everyone's on the ground right now. Bambo Drabe jumps over both Eligio Propels and Mats Pucher and puts it in. Referees are going to let him play a little bit on the line.
Yeah, definitely allowing quite a bit of contact.
Propels on the right, Boyson coming into the middle. Man marked by Tarba coming in. Boyson shoots left to right, falling, scoring.
I think we're at a point. I think we're at a point where he needs to be taken out of the game by the New York City defense, because he's got half the goals for LA.
Yes, he does. 9 goals and no man marking right now. Offensive foul barging there by Matt Tapuka on LA's defense, and LA's getting a chance to trying to bring this deficit down to 2.
Yeah, well, if they're not going to man mark him, they're definitely going to have to pay quite a bit more attention to him, because he's definitely feeling it right now. Boyson on the left back.
They've got Pucher. That's going to be an easy 2 minutes on Mats Pucher. 2-handed push, full extension.
Maybe a little bit too much attention, as I was talking about it there, applied by Pucher on Boyson.
And the referee doesn't seem particularly happy with some of the theatrics there from Kenny Boyson, telling him, play along, let me do my job. I flew halfway around the world for this. Diego Jacobs with the shot from the pivot. Wide open save. Jackson. Juice Damiano. I got you. Stonewall Jackson. Juice Damiano.
Thank you. That's all I asked for.
All right. Who's the Norwegian equivalent of Stonewall Jackson?
The Norwegian equivalent? Jackson's not from Norway.
No, but Sigvart Val
is, yeah. But he's not named. We'll get past it.
Okay.
We'll have this discussion another day.
Okay. Tell me more about European history later. Bambo Drambe passes to the pivot. Could not find Owen Malky. They're going to keep going. Mark Ortega is asking for passive play. He's going to get it right now. 4 passes to go here for New York City. Togball, offensive foul, barging in on Kenny Boyson. And it's going to be LA's ball, and they're going to try and restart quickly. They're up a player, even if Kenny Boyson is down, which makes it even. He's going to take a seat for a little bit. Rasmus Rasmussen is going to check in. And they're going to try it like this.
See where the offense is going to come here without Boyson in the game.
Aaron Johnson got a great pass there, but he was inside the 6. Unlucky there.
As we mentioned, Boyson, half the goals for LA, so with him sitting down, where is the offense going to come from?
He is back in right now. I think he needs him 15 seconds to gather his composure.
Yeah.
Now he's back at it. He's extending his defense on Togba here. LA is extending their defense here. They're up a player. Erwin Malky wide open in the middle, but he can't hold on to it. Turnover number 10 for New York City. Kenny Boyson going the other way. finds Ephraim Jerry, finds Anijo Papels. You have the wing. Save Jackson Justamiano.
And with New York down a man here, Justamiano made a couple really nice saves so far to keep this at this lead here for New York City.
All right, Matt Pukert coming back in. His time in the sin bin has elapsed.
Yeah, he had 2 minutes to think about what he's done. Now he's back.
And the rest hope he won't do it again.
Yeah.
That's
the whole idea.
Drumming down the middle to Pukert on the right. Back. Try to find Vondervalk. Vondervalk. Oh, they're going to say foul on LA here. I thought they were going to call a foul on Vondervalk for that push off of Papels.
Some of the subtle arts of the pivot there.
They're dark arts, really.
Yeah, I've been working with Benji Sokol, New York City's player, not here in this tournament, known for those sort of plays.
Oh, yeah. Herf. Pukert tries to find Vondervalk. Oh, my goodness!
Great feed from Mats Pukert on that one.
And we're going to get another 2 minutes, maybe. They're going to say it's a 2 minute simulation on Kenny Boyson. The refs have adjudicated that he is exaggerating the way he is falling, and they're tired of it, and they're done with it.
We've seen in the last few minutes they've had words with him a few times regarding that type of stuff, and you can only get warned so much before they have to take action, and that seems to be what occurred here.
Yeah. I don't think they liked the way he moved in. They thought that he was not moving in accordance with the foul that occurred. So it will stay LA's ball, and Kenny Boyson will sit down for a minute. And LA will play without a goalkeeper right now on offense.
Yeah, this is what we've seen all tournament from them and Cal Eagles. Down a man, pull the goalie.
It's something that Mark Ortega likes to do, something that Danilo Rojovic likes to do. And that's something that Rasmussen likes to do. And New York City tried a shot. It was deflected off the restart. Sigvart Val was a little slow coming back in. LA can find themselves quite lucky there that other events not transpire.
Yeah, and heads-up play defensively to know that you don't have a goalkeeper there. Get your hands up and see if you can get a hand on the ball, because otherwise that's just going right into the empty net.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you play this type of system with no goalkeeper in the 6-on-5, or to make it 6-on-6, you have to have great awareness by all 6 players who are on the court, offensively and defensively.
A little bit of action there. I think it was a verbal warning given by the technical delegates to the LA bench while this play is going on here. Rasmussen needing a lot.
Yeah, you can see that the LA players are not really happy with the level of physicality that they are receiving right now, and I'm sure that's what Mark Ortega was verbalizing to the officials at the scores table as well.
Yeah. And the officials and all of their esteemed glory are going to tell you to let them do their jobs, because it's their job to make sure that the game is played. And
never in the history of officiating has someone argued and changed an official's mind.
Never. Rasmus Bachmann with the goal here. So far, LA +1 on this 2-minute deficit. Pass there from Bombo Drambe finds nobody, and LA's actually going to try and run. Rasmus Bachmann wristed finish.
And that's an inexcusable play from New York City up a man to allow a fast break.
Yeah, New York City's now -2 on this 2-minute sequence.
And we've seen, we've talked about the no goalie 6-on-6, making the 6-on-5 6-on-6. It's really paid off here for LA during this 2-minute suspension.
When it works, and right now it's working.
And New York City, it's right now in the midst of an LA run, has to try to get themselves back on track.
Mats Pukert meets a lot of resistance himself there on the way, and this game is getting quite physical.
Yeah, LA raising their intensity and matching the physicality of New York City on their defensive end.
Pukert to Herf. Herf comes in. They're going to say barging is the call. No, wait, no, 7 meters. Michael King was inside, and he can't believe it. He's apoplectic right now.
it looked like Hirth got a little bit to the side of him as well.
He is incontrovertibly confused by that call. I was inside? Really? I can't believe that. That's my John Boy impression.
Solid.
Aaron Lippert checking in for the first time, but he cannot stop Togba on the 7-meter. And New York City extends their lead back to 2. Kenny Boyson checking back into the game, and he's kind of hearing it here from the New York faithful.
Yeah, the New York crowd here to our left, not a fan, apparently.
Elijah Propels silences them, gets a quick breakthrough swim move. Goal. 12.5 minutes elapsed here so far, and it's a 1-goal game. 23-22. 23-22. Togba the Poocher. Quick shot down the middle. Right past Aaron Lippert. Low to the left.
Now I got it right.
Hey, there we go.
I saw it coming, Ryan. I can see into the future sometimes.
You can see into the future? Can you tell me the stock price of NVIDIA on Monday? I want to know if I should sell.
I'm keeping that information to myself.
Oh, boo.
I mean, I can't announce it to the world, otherwise, you know.
Yeah. You're not a financial analyst, and I'm not a cat. I got it.
Yeah.
Boyson to Jacobs to Propels on the right. Back to 8 for him. We got bodies on the ground. Diego Jacobs on the ground. Kenny Boyson on the ground. We got stoppages. We got 2 minutes here. It is going to Matty Kambasa. All right. Just going to say Matty Kambasa defended illegally there. And
didn't really see what he got adjudicated for there.
There was a lot
going on. I'm not sure. He might have just been the one, the first one the ref saw after it was all said and done. It's you, son.
We're going to restart play here with LA's ball. Everyone, it's going to be a 7-meter.
Yeah,
okay.
And New York City having a lot of problems staying out of the, I guess you call it the box in hockey. Staying at 6-on-6, but Jackson Justiniano again.
You know what? Who needs a pen? Save Jackson Justiniano. That's his 11th save.
I've been watching you try to fix that pen for about 20 minutes.
My pen exploded during the Kenny Boyson 2-minute penalty, and I spent that entire time trying to fix the pen and call the game. You know what? The game is more important than the pen. I can get a new one anytime, anywhere. Maybe from New Jersey, NJIT.
Oh, yeah, get one with a nice Highlander on it.
Yeah. There can be only one pen, and right now there can be one pass to the pivot by Diego Jacobs, but Togba Abubakar holds him up. I'm sorry, that's Aaron Johnson. My apologies, Mr. Johnson.
And Abubakar really has been stepping up his defense in this game as well. We know what he can do offensively. Has to add that defense to his game consistently.
Boyson fakes, dribbles, goes in, shoots. Refs are going to say free throw only.
And Boyson, we've seen, has had a hot hand. On that one, it looked like he might have been trying to do a little bit too much on his own.
Boyson tries to find the pivot. It's off the foot, and it's New York City's ball. And Erwin Malky wide open.
A great way to get that fast break there off the broken play from New York City in a turnover.
Shot there from Propels. Are going to say defending inside. Jackson on the ground, moving a little gingerly right now.
He had a little bit of a injury problem in the game last night too. Not sure if he re-aggravated, but he's the guy. He's going to have to be the guy for this New York team for the remainder. I mean, Ivan Jatovic is a great goalkeeper, but Jackson is the guy.
Rasmussen missing a little high on the shot.
And Jackson's been so good with the 7 meters. Maybe a little bit of intimidation on that shot.
Yeah. It seemed like the ball got away from Rasmussen. I expected him to.
Maybe found a spot on the ball, a little less glue.
You know I'm in charge of the balls between games, right? I would
of
never.
Course, that's why I'm taking a shot at you.
I would never. Tugba with his 10th. Rasmussen going back quickly, and he earns a free throw. But before we see any more here, Mark Ortega and Los Angeles are going to call a timeout. 26-22 is our score. 16:25 elapsed in this second half.
And while we take a break here, we haven't had dinner yet, so I'm getting a little hungry. So I wanted to talk about Kafana again here, which I was talking about with some of the guys during halftime about it. One of our favorite haunts, as I mentioned, New York City, a super diverse club. You see on the jerseys the world's handball club, and the Eastern European influence of our team has brought us to this great place, Kafana in Alphabet City, a place we very much enjoy. Everybody across the board, from our Asian players, African players, European players, even me, the token American player, or a coach at this point, huge fans of Kafana. You can often find a New York City player at the restaurant, as I said previously, and we're very thankful that they decided to help us put on this great event and support us in the way that we support them consistently. And yeah, you can tell I'm getting hungry, man, because I'm thinking about some shivapi right now, man.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
I could go for some shivapi right now as well.
Flanders is just is not so long away.
All right, can they come to Flanders? I'd love to have some shivapi at Flanders. Kafana, let's make it happen. And we're back. Talks have been had, water has been consumed, instructions have been given. Nothing left to do now but have a few instances of handball and see what you can accomplish. Rasmussen gets through, gets the shot, save Justin Justiniano. New York City breaking the other way, and that's a goal from Mats Puchert.
And Jackson Justiniano is really spurring this New York team on. His saves leading to some easy goals in the last few minutes.
Boyson to Ephraim Jerry. Back to Boyson. Boyson's going to stay in the middle right now. We usually see an empty cross that they'll go in direct. Oh, Talba wrapped high, released it immediately. Refs said it wasn't enough for a 2. They're just going to let it be a free throw. It looked high. Shot from Diego Jacobs from the perimeter. That is not his game. A turnover, New York City. Save, a turnover, LA. And Florian Earth
finds himself wide open.
Brings some order to the chaos. Completes the cellular mitosis. And it's 28-22.
I didn't think we'd have a mitosis reference, but Brian, you never cease to amaze. And all of a sudden, it's a six goal difference again. So, and as I said, Jackson Justiniano, I said it in the first game when we had the New York City game against the Eagles. If he can get on a hot streak, he is a very tough goalkeeper to beat.
Speaking of tough,
there's your announcer's curse. I finally got one.
Rasmussen just bit right in and took care of the job. We got a quick 2 minutes on the restart. Michael King cannot believe it. But the refs are going to say you pushed off in a dangerous way. Hey. And he's going to have to sit for that one for a little bit. He can't believe it.
Yeah, he had the 7-meter earlier, and now that one, not pleased with either call. And
yeah,
when the refs see that too, and that might not gonna say it's influenced their decision, but it could.
Erwin Malky from the wing. New York City's pulling away right now. The lead is 6 yet again.
And the clock's starting to tick as well here as we get deeper into the second half.
Yeah, LA's got to find a way to get that one big run left in them before.
You got to get this down in the 3-goal area pretty quickly to really give yourself a shot before we get to that stage where, as you've said before, perfect handball time.
Yeah, if this gets to about 24 minutes and they're still down by 6, that is a danger zone. Please don't play Kenny Loggins. We can't afford it. A lot of action there. Rasmussen is down. And he's holding his head, and that's not looking great right now.
Yeah, got to stop the play for a head injury.
Yeah, they're going to say that it's a red card to...
Given a red card.
Yeah. It's to John von der Valk here. That's a direct red.
And that is a shame because John has been having a great game in his the most playing time we've seen for him in this tournament, and actually in his entire New York City career so far.
Yeah.
Straight red, hit to the head. A difficult way for his day to end. I still got a player down here from LA as a result of that.
Yeah. It was to Von der Valk, right? Because I still see him on the floor. I think he's just trying to check on...
I think he's just trying to make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Before he heads off to the designated red card stool.
Yeah. And there he's going to join our lovely campus security here at the New Jersey Institute of Technology.
And I was having a discussion with them earlier in the week and was explaining to them what this was over here in the corner. And it said when someone gets a red card, they have to sit over there away from everybody else. And they didn't believe me. And so there's our first red card of the week. And campus security has a little bit of company for the first time.
You know, I could have done them a kindness and taught them some basic Swedish. But
John, like many Swedes, speaks great English though, so no worries there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't speak Swedish with anybody.
Because their English is better than ours.
Yeah. All right, back to the live action. New York City down a player right now. Florian Herf to Mats Puka. Back to Herf in the middle. Just trying to move the ball, take some time off the clock here.
And you notice in New York City, unlike LA, will not pull the goalkeeper in the 6-on-5. They do not like the risk to reward ratio of that option.
And from the coaches I've talked to, it's been right in the middle. Some coaches love it, some coaches hate it.
And that's how it's played out in this tournament, where we have two teams who do it consistently and two teams who consistently do not. Getting a little quiet here in the arena as well.
Jacqueline King couldn't find it. That is a goal from midfield from Erwin Malky. The keeper did not come back.
And that's that risk reward that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what happens when it doesn't pay off. Too risky for the breaded disc. Pass into the pivot, and that's the goal there from Aaron Johnson. Started his career with Cal Heat, moved to LA, I believe. In the U.S. national team pool, and I believe the U.S. beach national team player pool as well. Handball all year round for him.
Well, I mean, we're a little bit late in the season here. Usually the season ends with nationals in May too. So handball all year round for all of these players.
Oh yeah, fun never stops. Especially if you're Togba Bubakar. That's his 11th goal of this one.
And I had an early prediction for him as the MVP of this game. He keeps going like this, and New York's able to hold this lead. I told you, Brian, I can see the future sometimes.
Rasmus Bachmann sees the present, and his present had a shot to the far corner.
Although Kenny Boyson also has an argument.
If LA can make the comeback, if LA can take this 5-goal lead and get it down a couple goals very quickly.
As we're discussing the MVP. Should mention as well, they're going to get some lovely reading material courtesy of Lewis Howes.
Oh yes, The Greatness Mindset by Lewis Howes, a New York Times bestseller from a New York Times bestseller. Lewis Howes, former New York City player, former national team player. You can pick it up at bookstores worldwide. Erwin Malky with the shot from the wing. It's a little bit to the outside. And
I thought that one went in, and so did our musical operator there.
Oh.
had a few notes of a song before we quickly took it out.
It happens.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Got me too.
Boyson falls. He's looking for 2 minutes there, but it seemed like it was just...
And I think he's getting a little bit affected by this contact and looking almost for it and looking for the fouls a lot.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting in the way of what he was doing really well early on.
Papel slips and falls. I think that part of the floor might be a little wet. Save, Jackson.
Yeah, we had a lot of bodies go down.
Giuliano.
A lot of bodies go down in that area.
I will say this, that's Jackson Giuliano's 15th save of this one.
And he knows, like we've talked about it, this is his team now. He is the captain, and he has, in the words of another New York City player, he's made the difference. Brian.
Yeah, Steve-O, if you're watching, hi, miss you. Let's get some kebabby together.
Oh, yeah.
Pucha right to left, putting them off their feet. And that lead is back up to 6. Oh, quick pass. That's way too easy if you're New York. That's lovely. That's easy in a lovely way if you're Aaron Johnson. Had to do nothing for that one. Easy pass into the pivot and an easy goal there for him. That's his second from.
He's getting very active in the last few minutes for LA. We said, where's the scoring come from if it doesn't come from Boyson? And Boyson's been a little bit quiet recently, and it's come from some other guys.
Shot there from Ismail Conte does not find the goal. Papels has the wing. Oh, it's refs are going to bring it back because of Stets and the foul. They'll try it again. Papels had Greenstein open. Earlier this game, I thought he had a picture-perfect pass to the wing there, and he just did not give the pass to the wing. Papels goes in for himself and earns a free throw there. But Greenstein's had the space on the right wing if LA wants to try and move it. If they can make that pass, it's there.
New York definitely sliding the defense a little bit that way.
Jackson staring down Kenny Boyson as the shot goes in. That's Kenny Boyson's 10th, I believe, on 12 attempts.
Yeah, he's been incredible this game. He has been a huge problem for the New York defense throughout.
Oh, my. Mike King made the call to bring the defense up, and Ismail Conte got the ball around 10 meters out and decided that's too much space for me. And Ismail Conte will come in a 5-1, kind of. Mike King in the back, met up. Free throw there. Diego Jacobs checking back in at pivot here. Mike King met immediately by Tugba. Not even giving him a chance to think. And I don't know how to call this. I don't know how to.
We'll just move on amicably.
Yeah, I don't. King to Papels, right to left. He likes to do that, and he buries it. $29-33 is your score. We're about 25 and a half minutes in, which means it's about that time. We have a footfall here, and LA is breaking. And that's not the pass you need.
That was a huge opportunity for LA to cut it down to 3 goals, and it went. Went wayside, and now Beanie wants to get his team reorganized as they go in towards the final stretch here.
Yeah. New York City looks unorganized right now. They look, I guess the phrase is 6s and 7s.
Yeah, and while we're in the break, we'll talk about a guy who really could get a team organized, who visited New York City earlier in this year, and that's our guy Stefan Olsen. Check out some of the highlights of his visit.
Shout out to Stefan Olsen for making the trip over to this side of the pond. I don't think he brought any of his beer with him, but
he did actually.
He did bring his beer.
He did
with him.
Actually.
So you drink, I don't. How was it?
We were able to sample it. It was excellent, Brian.
Awesome. And Erwin Malky showing a little bit of excellence here in live action, and dare I say it, it's about time for LA to play perfect handball if they want to play tomorrow.
Well, they're going to play tomorrow, but
for Cairo.
Yeah, play more of a consequential game tomorrow, I guess we'll say.
Yeah.
The third place game more of just a friendly, I'd say. When in a tournament where only the first place team gets a reward.
It's a little more than a friendly. It's kind of a derby in a way. There are no two teams that have a more interconnected relationship than LA and Kraken.
Oh, maybe I was unaware of that.
Except maybe DC and Philadelphia. Erwin Malky, is that the dagger?
It very well could be, Brian. And Malky has been very good in the second half.
35-29 is our score. Propels on the right, finds the pivot. Diego Jacobs tries to turn. It's going to be a free throw, and the clock is ticking.
And it's going to come down to this New York City defense. They're going to need to hold strong for these last few minutes. And that's going to be what's going to get them into that final or not.
Boyson met, goes in, shoots, scores. Stop clock. We might get another 2 minutes here.
Yeah. And as you say, it could be the dagger. Boyson disagrees with you, I think, Brian.
I think Boyson does not think this is over. He will not think this is over.
I doubt many players with an LA logo on their shirt would think it's over.
Yeah, I think we're going to see them push up here. It should be 30-35. It is. That's what you got. That's what we have on our screen.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I haven't always been perfect on it, but I'm on it now.
LA showing a little bit of Air Force here.
And West Point.
And Malky's wide open save. Sigvat Val. Just in time. Boyson from 12 save.
And there's the horn because they know how big the New York City fans know how big that save was by Jackson Justiniano. He has been huge in this game for New York City. I know I said Togba Abubakar might get the MVP.
Yeah.
But Jackson, Stonewall Jackson, as I've stated repeatedly, could give him a run for his money.
Well, if you want to go to Cairo, you can't just have one player to be great. You need an entire team of greatness.
Yeah, and the New York City defense, which was really had a lot of problems against Cal Eagles, let's be honest, in the first game. In these last two games, however, against Kraken and now LA, have really stepped up. I know you see 30 goals on the scoreboard, which is a fair number. But they've stepped up when they had to, and Justiniano has had a number of really big saves.
Yeah, it's not as though LA hasn't been up to the challenge. They most definitely have been. They've recovered well from that first game. Save here, Sigvat Val. And Diego. Okay.
He's got out on the break a couple times, hasn't he, Brian?
Yeah, and that's from a player that plays pivot, being the first player down the court. I love that. I live for that.
And in the middle of the defense too, right?
Yeah. That's my jam.
You don't usually see that a whole lot, that the big guys in the middle are the first ones down.
Yeah.
But showing some great pace.
In the words of a video game character from the early 2000s, French toast and syrup. Double save here, Sigvat Val. And LA's going to try and push it.
And we're singing the praise of Justiniano, but Val has been also really good.
Yes, he has. Another goal here by Kenny Boyson going through the defense.
And LA is making their run here.
And the clock is stopping. 16 seconds left to go here. All New York City has to do is hold on.
And that looks like what they're going to do.
Yeah, it looks like LA is just going to give a token bit of aggression here. And that's going to do it. I believe the score is 35-32. The table has 35-31.
I don't think they got that last goal from.
Well, we'll fix
Kenny
it.
Boyson.
We will fix it in post. They will fix it in post. Everyone will fix it in post. We're very good at that, all of us. And yeah, New York City advances.
And so we'll have tomorrow a repeat of the.
We can't get away from this game.
Oh, it's still going?
No. This game that's coming up tomorrow for Cairo.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't get away from it. It's I am a turtle, and this is an eternal matchup that seems to come up. California Eagles in New York City.
It was,
Danilo versus Benny.
East versus West.
It keeps happening.
It was the final of the U.S. Nationals this year, won by the California Eagles. It was the first game for each team in this tournament. Now we will wait to see who wins that MVP we were talking about.
From New York City, number 11, Taco.
It's Topo. You were right.
I told you, Brian.
You're
I
right.
can see the future. So
2 for 2 today.
let's just update everybody on what we got going on now here. As we mentioned, right, the final tomorrow will be New York City versus the California Eagles, but before that we will have a third place game between LA and Kraken.
Yeah, that will take place at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. 3 p.m. if you're in Iceland. I think that's 11 p.m. if you are hanging out in Okinawa.
And then 2 hours later, 1 p.m., it will be the game that we're talking about, the game that will decide which 21 people will be heading to Cairo as a representative from North America and the Caribbean.
Yes.
And
yes.
Brian, it is going to be a great game, and I mean 2 great games, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Kraken versus LA was a very competitive match the first time around on Wednesday.
Kraken got the win.
And Kraken got their only win so far of this tournament in that one. And LA, you got to say, great effort. I think pulled off the upset of the tournament with their win yesterday against the California Eagles. And really great tournament from them. Great job by Mark Ortega and all his guys.
Oh, most definitely.
And they'll have an opportunity to get third place as they did at U.S. Nationals.
Yeah.
If they can avenge their earlier loss to Kraken. And New York City looking to avenge 2 losses against those Eagles at 1 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. We'll be back here, you and me, on the desk, as we have been all week. And hope to see everybody as well. Any final words and final thoughts, Brian?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We got 2, as Chris said, we've got 2 Kraken games tomorrow.
And
LA versus Kraken.
And they will be the final games of this tournament as well from New Jersey of Institute of Technology, who have been great hosts, as well as New York City of Team Handball Club, of course.
Yes. Thank you, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Thank you, Sport Pros USA. Thank you,
Kafana. Thank you,
yes.
Lewis House.
Thank you, yes.
I'm going to make sure Togbo reads a little bit of that book tonight to get himself ready for the final tomorrow. So that'll be it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. 11 a.m. again is the time for the third place game Eastern Time. 1 o'clock p.m. if you'd like to tune into the final. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.